Hello students, welcome back on my channel. Today we will study class 12th physics chapter 2, that is electrostatic potential and capacitance. In this chapter or in this lecture we will study about the important topics, that is equipotential surface, properties of equipotential surface, electric potential energy, and the next topic is potential energy in an external field. So for a better understanding, please watch the video till the end. Our first topic is equipotential surface. Now what is equipotential surface? Any surface that has same electric potential at every point on it is called an equipotential surface. Any surface that has same electric potential at every point on it is called equipotential surface. Suppose this is a surface. Let us consider this is point A and this is point B on this surface. If electric potential at point A is same at the point B, then we can say that it is a equipotential surface, because equipotential surface has same electric potential at every point on its surface. So we can consider this body as a equipotential surface. Now we will study the second point, that is properties of equipotential surface. Now the second point is properties of equipotential surface. First point is no work is done in moving a test charge over an equipotential surface. That means अगर हम किसी टेस्ट चार्ज को इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस पर एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट तक मूव करते हैं, तब वहां पर कोई भी वर्क डन नहीं होगा. मैं इन सब के आपको प्रूफ भी दूंगी. सेकंड पॉइंट इज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज ऑलवेज नॉर्मल टू द इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस एट एवरी पॉइंट. सेकंड पॉइंट सेज दैट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज ऑलवेज नॉर्मल. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड हमेशा परपेंडिकुलर या नॉर्मल कह सकते हैं, परपेंडिकुलर रहेगा इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस के सभी पॉइंट्स पर. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आर क्लोजर टुगेदर इन द रीजन ऑफ स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड एंड फर्दर अपार्ट इन द रीजन ऑफ वीक फील्ड. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्लोज रहेगा स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड के रीजन में. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइन जो होगी वे एक दूसरे के पास पास रहेगी जब स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड होगा, लेकिन अगर हमारे पास वीक फील्ड है तब इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस फर्दर अपार्ट होगी, दूर दूर होगी. नो टू इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेसेस कैन इंटरसेक्ट ईच अदर. कभी भी दो इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस एक दूसरे को इंटरसेक्ट नहीं करेगी. अब हम फर्स्ट पॉइंट का प्रूफ देखते हैं. इट इज दैट नो वर्क इज डन इन मूविंग अ टेस्ट चार्ज ओवर एन इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस. सपोज कर लेते हैं कि वर्क डन होता है, मतलब कि जब हम किसी इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस पर किसी टेस्ट चार्ज को मूव कराते हैं तो वहां पर वर्क डन W होता है, और W किसके इक्वल था? W इक्वल था Q इंटू डेल्टा V. डेल्टा V मीन्स चेंज इन पोटेंशियल. सपोज दैट इज अ इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस एंड इट इज पॉइंट A एंड दिस इज पॉइंट B. We have to move the test charge Q naught from point A to B. Then the work done will be equal to VB minus VA. That is the potential at point B and potential at point A. But as we know that from the definition of equipotential surface that electric potential at every point on its surface is always same. That means VB will be always equal to VA. Hence we can write it as VB minus VB. Then it will become 0. It means that work done is always 0 when we move a unit test charge over an equipotential surface. Now the second point is that is electric field is always normal to the equipotential surface at every point. It says that electric field is always normal or perpendicular to the equipotential surface at every point. This is equipotential surface and electric field is always normal to it, that is perpendicular to it. This is first point proof, and now we are going to second. If suppose if electric field is not perpendicular to the equipotential surface, then it will be oblique. Let us consider that it is the electric field. It means it would have any component along the surface, that is if it makes angle theta with the surface, then it will have the component E cos theta, and the perpendicular component is E sin theta. If it have E cos theta component to the surface of the equipotential, that means work would be done in moving the unit charge from point A to B. And into the first point we prove that work done is 0 in moving a test charge from one point to other point on a equipotential surface. That means second point will be fail if we consider that E is oblique. Electric field is oblique to the equipotential surface. That means we have to take only the normal component. Electric field is always normal to the equipotential surface at every point. Third point is electric field are closer together in the region of strong field and further apart in the region of weak field. We have a relation electric field E equal to minus dV upon dr. We can write it as dr equal to minus dV upon E. From here we can say that dr is inversely proportional to the electric field. R represents the distance. Now we can say that the electric field are closer together in the region of strong field. If we apply the strong field, that means E is greater and R will be small. That is the distance between the electric field lines will decrease. And if we decrease the value of electric field, that is weak electric field, then the value of R will increase. That is more distance between the electric field lines. Now the fourth point is no two equipotential surfaces can intersect each other. If they intersect, suppose if two equipotential surfaces intersect each other, it means at a single point, suppose at they intersect, that means at this point A we have two values of electric potential, which is impossible. So no two equipotential surfaces can intersect each other. कभी भी कोई दो इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस एक दूसरे को इंटरसेक्ट नहीं करेगी. यहाँ पर हमारी प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेसेस फिनिश हो जाती है और हम अपने थर्ड पॉइंट की तरफ चलते हैं, दैट इज इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. नाउ व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी? इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इज द एनर्जी possessed by a system of charges by virtue of their position. It says that इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी वह एनर्जी है जो कि किसी सिस्टम ऑफ चार्जेस, दैट मीन्स वन और टू और मोर देन टू चार्जेस, बाय ए सिस्टम ऑफ चार्जेस बाय वर्च्यू ऑफ देयर पोजीशन, जो उनकी पोजीशन की वजह से उस सिस्टम ऑफ चार्जेस में एनर्जी होती है, उसको हम इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कहते हैं. Now the next point is electric potential energy of a system of 2-point charges. Now we will study that the electric potential energy of a system which has 2-point charges. Suppose this is a point A at which Q1 charge is present. Now we move these charges into the space and at rest at a point A. Then no work is done to bring this charge at a point A from space. That is the work done at point A. WA is 0 because there is no other charge present and no electric field or electric potential is applied at this. Now electric potential applied by this charge at point A to point B, which is at a distance r from point A, is V1 equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 upon R. This is the electric potential which is applied by the Q1 charge which is present at point A to the point B, which is at a distance of R from A to B. Now we wish to bring a charge Q2 from infinity to the point B. This sign shows that the charge is bring from infinity to point B. This is the charge Q2. Now charge Q2 is into the electric field because electric field is applied by the charge Q1. So the work done will not be zero. Work done is equal to the charge multiplied by potential. Then this work done W2 will be equal to charge is Q2 because we bring the charge Q2 from infinity to that point B. And the potential is this potential V1 which is applied by the charge Q1 to the point B. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 upon R. Now the total work done will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R. This is the work done W2. And the total work done which is stored into this system, or we can say that the electric potential energy of the system which is denoted by U, equal to total work done, that is W1 plus W2, and as we know that W1, that is WA, is 0, then the work done W2 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R. Hence the electric potential energy of the system is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R. I hope आपको ये समझ आया होगा. Now going to our next point is, now the next point is potential energy of a system of 3-point charges. This is point A at which Q1 charge is present. It is into the space and now there is no electric field is applied. So the work done at A, that is W1, is 0 as we studied earlier. Now we will bring a charge Q2 at point B and there is an electric field which is applied by the charge Q1 which is present at point A, and the distance between A to B is suppose R12. Now the electric field or electric potential V1. Electric potential applied by the charge Q1 to Q2 is V1 equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 upon R12. Then the work done which is applied at the point B. Now the work done W2 will be charge into potential due to charge Q1 and the charge is Q2. W2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R12. Now we will bring a charge Q3 at point C. And the distance of C from A is R13 and from B to C is R23. Now we wish to calculate the work done to bring the charge Q3 from infinity to the point C against the electric potential applied by the points A and B. Then the work done W3 bring the charge from infinity to that point C is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 electric potential applied by the charge Q1 which is placed at A is Q1, and the distance of C from A to R13. And similarly, the potential applied by the charge Q2 which is placed at B at a distance R23 from C is Q2 upon R23. This is the work done into the charge Q3. Now we wish to calculate the total electric potential energy of the system, that is denoted by U, which is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3. As we know that W1 is 0 and W2 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R12. W3 is what? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 upon R13. Q1 Q3 upon R13 and 1 plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 Q3 upon R23. This is the total electric potential energy of the system of 3-point charges. Now the next topic is potential energy in an external field. We wish to determine the potential energy of the charge Q in an external field E. This is charge Q and external field E at a point P. Suppose this is the point P at which we wish to calculate the electric potential energy of charge Q which is into the electric field E. Suppose this is the electric field applied it at, that is E. By definition, V at the point P is the amount of work done in bringing a unit positive charge from infinity to that point P. Definition के according, because as we studied earlier, the definition of potential energy, that is electric potential at point P, will be equal to the work done to bring the charge Q from infinity to that point, which is equal to V. And now the work done at point P will be equal to QV. Here Q is the charge and V is the potential, electric potential to bring the charge Q from infinity to the point P. And as we know that this work done is stored as a potential energy which is denoted by U. U equal to QV. This total work done is stored as a potential energy of this system to bring this charge Q from infinity to that point in an external electric field. Then here we can say that V equal to U upon Q. It can also be written as, and this is the potential energy in an external field.